Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 everybody. If you are here and you're watching from wherever you are watching from, please go ahead and let us know in the chat what country you are watching from. All right. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Nzali Abraham. I am here representing GUBA Diaspora Network. GUBA stands for Grow, Unite, and Build Africa, and that is all that we are about. So, if you are a person who is interested in growing yourself, growing your business, growing your network, then this is definitely the place for you. So I do see that we have a few people who are here with us. I would love to know where you are coming from. So please go ahead in the chat. Let us know, where are you all watching from? I would love to see it. As you're letting me know where you're watching from, I just want to let you know we have a very, very special guest here tonight for GDN Seat. And for those of you who are new, GDN Seat is an opportunity for GUBA to highlight and showcase some of our network members. Who knows, they may have just the thing that you need to take you to the next step. So today we have a very, very special guest. His name is Jean Ronnie Bourgelin. He is from Canada by way of Haiti, and he's going to be talking to us about some of his business ventures since he has returned back to Ghana. So I know that you are super, super, super excited to meet him and to see what he has to say tonight. All right, so for those of you who are new, we do this GDNC every first Monday of the month. This is the one for May. And if you would like to follow us on Instagram, we are at GUBA Diaspora Network on Instagram. And if you are a person who wants to join the network, we definitely have a survey that you can fill in to let us know that you are ready and you definitely want to stay connected. All right, so before I bring on our special guest for the day, I would love to tell you about some things that we have up and coming here with GUBA. So first things first, Mother's Day is coming up. I know everybody loves their mother. Everybody is like, oh, my mom, whether she's here, whether she is transitioned, we know that everybody has a special place in the heart for their mothers. So GUBA Tours has decided to put on a Mother's Day picnic at Labadi Beach Hotel. And if any of you have been to Labadi Beach Hotel, you know that it is the place to be. You have a very nice beach there. You have the pool, you have the spa, you have the greenery. And this picnic, I'm telling you, is top of the line, top class. It's from 11 to 2 p.m. It's on May 11th. Okay, so mothers, leave your kids with their fathers, their grandmothers, aunties, uncles, whomever it may be. Come on down to Labadi Beach Hotel with us and enjoy your Mother's Day. At the end of this program, I will drop the links for you to go ahead and register and get your ticket today. In addition to Mother's Day, we also have the Taste of Ghana experience. This experience is for anyone who has moved to Ghana or has already been living in Ghana or is visiting and you love the food, but you have absolutely no idea how to make it. So no worries, GUBA is there to the rescue. We're having this program at Crescendo Foods. Crescendo Foods is owned by a diasporan, Dr. Juanita. It is a co-op cooking kitchen. So for $60 on May 25th, 2 p.m., you can scan that QR code right there in the corner, get your tickets. We're going to be showing you how to make a traditional northern dish, a traditional Eastern dish, and we also have vegan options available for you. So don't worry, if you don't eat meat, you still have a beautiful, wonderful, tasty option that you can partake in. And last but not least, GUBA Foundation, which is the philanthropic leg of GUBA, we're having our menstrual hygiene day on May 28th. If you would like to support, we're going to be providing 200 girls with menstrual hygiene kits as part of the Menstrual Hygiene Awareness Month. The items will include sanitary pads, tissues, wipes, tea rolls, sanitizers, all hygiene-based things. So if you would like to sponsor, we have our MTN number on the screen. Also, if you are in Ghana or elsewhere, You can also look at transferring to support that mission. Now, all of this information, I know it was a lot, but you can also find it on Instagram for at Goober Foundation. All right. So I know that was a lot, but that's because we do a lot, right? We do a lot here at Goober, and we're super excited for you to continue to join us. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Jean-Rony Bourgelin. He is a seasoned Canadian entrepreneur and a project management consultant with over 16 years of experience in IT consultancy, project management, and business innovation. Jean-Rony successfully contributed to various leading organizations in Canada. His mission is rooted in the belief of leveraging soft skills and technology for societal and environmental impact. It's evident in his role as the founder and the CEO of two businesses, as the founder of Dokpam and eHealth Marketplace, connecting users with digital health solutions, and 360 Gap, a platform for personal development and soft skills enhancement. Jean demonstrates his commitment to empowering individuals and organizations. So I know that was a lot, but he is here to tell us in depth all the things that he does and is currently doing. And I'm excited for you all to meet him. So without further ado, let's give a big drum roll virtually. Hi, Sean.
Thank you for this introduction. Really, really nice. I appreciate it.
Oh, no worries.
All that thing.
Yo, I'm super excited to actually have you on GDNC. You know, I have met you before here in Ghana, and we've talked about, the things that you're doing and where you see your vision going. But I would love for you to kind of introduce yourself virtually to the people here who are watching on YouTube and beyond. So, who is Jean?
Yes. So before I start, I just wanna excuse myself by for my accent, where because it's a French accent. Like you were saying, you were telling my name as a French person. So I'll do my best to make sure that I'm clear enough for everyone to understand. All right. So yes, by my name, you can see that I'm from a French country where I would say. I've lived in Canada for 30 years, but I was born in Haiti, so I'm Haitian, and I have 3 kids, and like you mentioned, I have been interested a lot in technology. Like I think with in the days that we are in right now. Leveraging technology to help, it's very important. And also, what would I say about me? I love to play football. So that's it. To the introduction, and as you mentioned, we will be talking today about Dokpam, because Dokpam is one of the main reason why I'm in Ghana, because we want to leverage, like we said, leverage technology to make it easier for people to get access to healthcare and wellness product and wellness services.
Sorry, I was on mute. Awesome. So you're a family man. You really have bounced around the globe because you've gone from the southwest to the northern west. Now you're east here in Ghana. And no apologies for your accent because we all have them, right? So I have an
Yes.
American accent. On some days, it's a little Ghanaian. On other days, it's a little Nigerian. On other days,
Exactly.
it just depends on where you are. And that's
Mhm.
a part of being a global citizen. That's a part of I call it a privilege that we have as people who are within the diaspora, being able
Yes.
to move around a little bit more freely and have all of these different life experiences that help us kind of cultivate our purpose cultivate, pull inspiration from different places, and then come up
Yes.
with things that we think can help benefit the society at large. So,
Mm-hmm.
talking about purpose, inspiration, I would really like to know what inspired the creation of Dokpam, and how does it aim to address the healthcare challenges in Africa? Because your tech and your healthcare, two different sectors, but you're putting them together.
Exactly. So how come the blend? Oh, okay. So first of all is, dog pound was inspired when during the time of COVID, right? So the what happened was, like, I was working at the hospital on a project of digitalization of
Mm,
I would say document, and then when COVID actually came, there were so many people that in Canada that was dying or getting sick, and I was like, wow, how if in Canada that has a structured way of dealing with those kind of stuff, what will be the impact in Haiti? That was my intention. So we were saying, okay, to actually um, remove the mass of contamination that could happen in Haiti. What can we create so therefore people don't have to go to hospital or clinics? And then when many people goes in the same place, that's when you get the contaminations. So we thought of creating Dokpam to allow people to connect with healthcare providers, like virtually, so without going to the hospital. So
mhm,
that's one of the reasons why we wanted to reduce mass contamination in Haiti. First, that was the intention. But when you think about Haiti, and I love to say that, but whenever if you have the time to visit Haiti, you would actually realize that Haiti, in a way, is the same thing when
mm,
you're in Ghana. Even Ghana, I would say Ghana is bigger, and then there's more structure. But
mhm.
they are the same ways of doing, and all that kind of stuff. So I think by doing this, we wanted to leverage, technology, and then to make healthcare more accessible, and then quality healthcare also to make it more accessible, and also to give this notion of choice to the people. Therefore, when you're on the platform, you can get any providers from any place in the world. So this is the kind of I would say what is has inspired me to do Dog Promise, because I wanted to make sure that we can deliver service more to the people that doesn't have access to it, right, in the rural space.
Awesome. One of the things that I've learned, especially living in Ghana, is the access. Right. I always tell people, I mean, you can find a little bit of everything here, but it's like, does the average person have access to those things? So you'll
Mhm.
notice, especially like once you kind of leave outside of Accra, you'll notice that there are pharmacies, so many pharmacies, right?
Exactly.
Coming from the States, you don't see pharmacies on every corner, but here you can literally see them two or three on one block stretch. And it's because
Exactly.
people are almost like self-medicating in a sense, because having
Hmm.
access to a hospital and like that level of care, everyone may not be able to afford it. Everyone may not
Hmm.
have transportation to take them back and forth to see doctors, or have consultants kind of check in on them or see their physical therapist. So something like this, and I will say this, we all have phones though. Everybody's on
Exactly.
everybody's on WhatsApp, everybody's on a social media platform of some capacity. So at
Hmm.
least if you have your phone, with what you're providing, you can still have access to a healthy and a well, have a well life, a well-being increase. And
Hmm.
so I really do like that concept. And like you said, it's very similar to where you're originally from, which is Haiti. And I think this is something in a lot of places around the world, especially developing nations, as they say, um, or I would say, nations that are being robbed. Nonetheless, these nations, we have some of those structural things that we're still working on. So with your particular app, what are some of the like key features that people can excuse me, can benefit from, and how does it like work?
On the app you can user profile. You can create a user profile. A user profile means that as a client or even as a provider, you can go on the app and then create your own profile, and then with the relevant information, right? So for the patient, you would put the name, sex, and all the information that is required. And on the provider side, we make sure that the provider have like some process of even where we will check to make sure that the provider is a real provider. You also have the fact that you can schedule an appointment on the application whereby you can schedule a chat appointment where you can chat with a provider. You can also schedule a video conference, or we can call it video call with a
Okay, wait,
provider.
hold on. You've given us a lot. So you said there's almost three different types of appointments. You could
Yes.
schedule a physical one, you
Hmm.
could chat with the service provider, you could do a
Yes.
virtual, like a telehealth type of
Exactly.
appointment. Okay,
Exactly.
so that gives range, right? And I just wanted to highlight that because again, you're really trying to focus on meeting people where they are. So if
Exactly.
you can physically go in, if you only can chat, if you just want to do video, that's good. Are there any
Exactly.
others?
Exactly, exactly. So, and then you mentioned the telemedicine, which is the virtual consultation, and then there's also the prescription management. So whenever you have a consultation with a doctor, they can actually prescribe and then add the prescription in your file. So therefore, you mentioned that you have like in many pharmacies, so you can take that document. Either you can print it or you can actually go there and then you show your cell phone, and then you can get your medication, right? And then you also have the health records. One thing I've realized, like, let me give you a small story about what happened to me, like, recently. We went to the hospital, and then we wanted to leave, and at some point we said, can I make a photo of my file? And the nurse said, no, you cannot do that. It's the property of the clinic. I was like, how come? I mean, I pay for it, and then I actually, it's my information. Why can I get it? So she said no. She said it's a property of the. So for me, having the health records on your cell phone, and then you can decide whenever you're gonna see a practitioner or a doctor, and then you can share your information with, so you can have access to it at any moment. I think it's very important. So health records. So and I've also realized that I went to many clinic. If you go to clinic A, and then you pay for the consultation, and then they would write something in your document. And because you can not have that document, you're gonna go to clinic B. They're gonna ask you the same question again, and then you're gonna pay for that again. So I think with the platform that can leverage that kind of stuff, enhance it. And you also have the payment integration is seamless. Therefore, you can pay with Momo, you can pay with your credit card. I think it's a very, very good thing. And then the last one that I really appreciate is the fact that you can rate and review the providers. The
That's the
reason why, yes, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's a key one, especially in this context, because so often we go in for different services, even if it's not the health sector. We go in for
Hmm.
services we've paid, we don't get what we want or expect or should get, and then this it's just kind of like money lost, right? And then when the next person comes, how do they know that received that type of service? And so even like just looking at Google Diaspora Network, that's the whole point of the network. So we can refer people like, okay, you need a doctor, go here. You need an attorney, go here. You want to purchase land, go here. You need a house, go here. You want access to, basically your healthcare and your phone, go to Jean.
Exactly.
Like that's what this is about. And so having the ranking system, and especially people coming from the rest, we love to check the reviews. So it's very
The notion of review or rating, it's also there to enhance the quality of the service that you will get. Because in the market, when you know that people will leave some reviews or will rate you, at some point, I think it pushes you to actually give a better services, right?
yeah.
A better
Mhm.
service. So I think this is something that can be both for good for the providers and also good for the clients, because if you're giving good service, it means that people will get more from you. But and then for the clients, who you're talking to, you know that you will get a good service. I think it's good for both parties.
Definitely. It goes hand in hand. What I'm really hearing you say is like you're kind of helping people take some of their agency or power back when it comes to their healthcare options. And I know
Exactly.
it's specifically in the Ghanaian context, oftentimes when you see people go into hospitals or to get services, they just say, uh-huh, yes, and the health provider just talks and talks, and they just shake and nod. And it's almost like the power is taken away. You can't
Mhm.
question, you can't ask for clarity. It's just kind of whatever the
Exactly.
doctor says, it is what it is. You take it, and then hopefully you understood what they said, and you go about your way, and not having always a lot of options. So what I'm hearing you say is Dokpam gives people options, like
Exactly.
what provider, where do you want to get your medicine, how much do you want to pay, what type of appointments do you want to have, how do you want to pay with the different payment
Mhm.
options. So I'm hearing options, and I think that's something that will revolutionize how we do business in Africa, but also how we look at getting what we need when it comes to the health and wellness space. And I do want to ask, like, because we're speaking a lot about hospitals, doctors, and patients, but there's a wellness piece here as well. So who falls
Exactly.
in the category of wellness?
Hmm. So, for example, you can think about the spa. Well, you can also think about even finding a book that will actually help you to have a better nutrition. You can also have anything that is related to well-being. You will actually find that. You can also find products like, for example, a protein. You can find a protein on the platform. You can also find any equipment, like for example, fitness equipment. And if you're looking for a yoga coach, you can find a yoga coach on the platform. If you're looking for a fitness coach, you can find a fitness coach. So I think so. What we're trying to do with Dokpam is to combine the fact that you have the medical and also the wellness. And I think someone who take care of themselves in terms of wellness, so that
Hmm.
there will be less impact, right, on the medical, because you are taking care of yourself. So that's why we
Yeah.
think those two goes hand to hand. So that's why I believe that Dokpam definitely have a space that in Ghana and also in Africa.
Definitely, definitely. Now I know a lot of people because I just see someone, Yvonne, who's watching from London. So people are watching from around the world. So I know a lot of us who are looking in, watching this, we are part of the diaspora. Maybe we don't fully live in Ghana full time. So when we look at
Mhm.
what you're providing and on a global context, or even as a person who has made the transition to Ghana, what has been like the most challenging part that you've encountered with this process of trying to start up this business, something
Mhm.
that can help people in Ghana, but really help people globally. Once we build it up to have a strong database of users and providers, it really can have a global impact. So, what's been
Yes.
some of those challenges for anybody who's looking to follow in your footsteps?
Yes, the first thing, and then we have to understand that um, telemedicine, or having consultation online, or having health records, or your information, the fact that it's it's a technology. It's actually new in Africa. It's, well, when I say it's new in Africa, there is other app, but the notion in itself is new, because I was talking with the health minister, and then he was telling me that there is some regulation that is not in place yet, right? So if I had to say in terms of challenges, it's the regulatory hurdles that we had, and also building trust between users and providers, and we also have the scaling operation effectively, that we need to address. So in terms of hurdle, in terms of regulations, I think in the way, so we can overcome that, we have to work hand in hand with the authorities in Ghana, so we could understand exactly what is required from them, so we can actually provide the right, I would say, the right tools. So for Dokpam, we have done that. We have went to data. I think it's they call it data. The name is not coming, but there is a regulatory, I would say, a regulation that is require you to pass some, it's like a test. So they would ask you some question to make sure that what you're bringing, it's actually secure enough. So we did that, and then we actually succeed. And it's also in a way to building trust between the users and the providers. It's so we need to have like a lot of promotion, and then to explain why we're here, and then what actually this will bring in terms of advantages for the clients and also for the providers. And we also have to make sure that we stay connect with the users, so therefore they can provide feedback, so we can make sure we keep on improving. So I think that will help us to scale, and that also will help us to make sure we get the kind of legitimacy that we need to have, from the users, and also from the providers, right?
And so, oftentimes in Ghana, we harp on the challenges, right? Oh, this isn't working, and ECG this, and none of that, and all of that. But I often tell people, and I know recently in our monthly newsletter for our network, the thing that I said was, one man's meat can be someone else's poison. So just because it's a challenge or a poison for someone else doesn't mean
Yeah,
that it's not a meat and something fulfilling for you. So with
exactly.
that being said, what opportunities do you see in the space, when it comes to what you're offering and just this health and wellness landscape overall in the country?
Um, so if I'm talking about Dokpam, I see the opportunity for Dokpam is huge. The reason why I'm saying it's huge is because you have a population that is growing, and you also have the fact that there's the penetration of using a smartphone. It's actually huge. So therefore I think, and then also there is a need for more innovative, solution, technology solution, it feels like people are actually, they want to have that, right? So I think from my perspective, it's one of the reason why I think Dokpam needs to push as much as we can, to actually make sure that we get to know the users, right? You get to know the users, so we can actually give them a space where they can actually tell us what they need more, and then how can we provide more enhancement. But I definitely think Dokpam have a huge landscape in terms of growing, and bring more services and more added value. I would say.
Awesome. And so I'm going to switch gears just a little bit because I know at the very beginning you told us that, you know, you're a father, you love soccer or football, as we would say,
Football, yeah.
football. Um, you told us a little bit about where you're from, and then of course with
Hmm.
the bio, I kind of read some of your background. But
Yes,
what
yes.
really, because a lot of people who watch us and who follow Guba, they are living outside and they want to somehow connect back with Africa via
Hmm.
Ghana. And so,
Hmm.
what is one of the things that prompted your decision to move from Canada to Ghana? And how has that like relocation impacted your growth and your development of your business? Because
All
I
right.
now tell you this is a big question because a lot of people have so many skills and talents and they're living outside and they're just kind of like, okay, what's the final confirmation that I need to go? And then how is this going to affect my money and my bottom line? Right?
Yeah,
And am
I
I
get it.
willing to take that risk?
So for me, it was like, how would I say it? First thing, there's two part of it. There's the business, and then there's also the I would say the person, like, or like um my intention in terms of person, like where I wanted to leave, right? So the first, let me start by the business side. The business side is important if you're giving, if you're trying to bring a service to a population, you need to understand that those people better, if I may say it like this. You have to understand the needs before you can actually say, okay, they're gonna need this product. So mostly the reason why I moved from Canada is to make sure that I can be closer to the people that I want to serve. And I wanted also to get more information about, like, about the how do they perceive the platform, right? And also to be in this in the same area, allow me to understand. Like, I just give you an example that I went to a clinic, and then this is how I've been treated. So therefore I can really understand that, am I really bringing a value, right? So I think this is key. But the other part of me is like, I'm the kind of person who's really, I would say, I'm a Pan-Africanist guy. So therefore, for me, coming back to Ghana it's like coming back home, because like I said before, I wanted to go to Haiti, but Haiti it's kind of hectic right now, and but for sure, one of the reasons why I'm actually doing this, I want to go back. I want to bring back. I want to actually be able to build other companies that will help over there. But right now we are doing the let's say, concentrate myself on Dokpam in Ghana, and trying to bring the best out of it. And so, like I said to you, whenever someone, if you had to go to Haiti, you would, and then you come back to Ghana, I mean, the difference would be the language, right? Because I felt like we have so much in common. There's so much similarity. So for me, I'm home, and the only thing I can do is to speak tree.
Well, we're all getting there, small, small. Okay, this is what I'll do. We have some GDN members who actually offer language classes. I'll
Mm-hmm.
share their contacts with you. After the
That would be
show, I'll
wonderful.
post it in the
That
group so that we can get a
that
refresher. But
would be
yeah, they'll
wonderful.
help you.
Yes.
They will
Thank
help
you.
you.
Thank you.
But I like what you said about Haiti and Ghana having so many similarities because
Mhm.
oftentimes in this diaspora conversation, we don't always think about those in the diaspora who are from the Caribbean islands. And I know here
Mhm.
in Ghana, we do have like a Caribbean association, but they don't always get that much shine. And what I have found when I'm speaking to a lot of the people in that community is they really feel so much of a connection in Ghana, more so than even like people coming out of Canada, the US, and the
Mhm.
UK.
Mhm.
They feel like it's so similar in culture and food and just kind of like ways of being and how you show up in the world that I think
Exactly.
that it's a really, really cool kind of like full circle moment for a person who's
Mhm.
actually from that space. And then also just on a Pan-African tip, Haiti kind of kickstarted it all when it comes to
Exactly,
the
exactly,
fighting against and opposing,
exactly, exactly.
those type of forces. And I also feel like it's not by accident that Haiti is facing some of the challenges that it is facing. But nonetheless, Ghana is, as they say, the gateway to Africa. For some people, it's a softer landing. So it's like if you can cultivate something here, then you have your model. So then you can take that model and go into
Yes.
a place that's a little bit more challenging, to start
Exactly,
and
exactly.
replicate it. So anybody watching who's from the diaspora who's like, okay, why Ghana? Why Ghana for investment to start business? Think about this. Like Ghana is a soft landing, right? If you
Exactly.
can
Exactly.
cultivate a model that works and then you duplicate that elsewhere, then you're on the money. Right?
You
You
have
have
you have it right. I mean, even when you come to Ghana, this notion of peace. I mean, it's peaceful. Ghana is peaceful, and also the people also. One thing I wanted to acknowledge is the food. There's a similarity here. If you go on the internet and you type I would say fufu, Haitian fufu, you would see there's a fufu that is exactly the same way that the one that is in Ghana. So
oh,
there's
I
so
didn't
many.
know that.
Right. Yes, 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 yes. There is a so there's so in Haiti we don't call it fufu, they call it tom tom, but
Ah,
but
okay.
it's exactly the same thing. If you type it, you would see it's exactly the same thing. So I was like amazed by the fact that there's so many cultural similarity. I was like, wow. And so that's one of the things that when I said I feel home, I really feel home when I'm here. Yeah. So yeah.
And I'm super glad that you came because, again, we see a lot of women coming, and a lot of retirees that come into Ghana, but it's not often that you see a lot of family structures that just kind of,
Mhm.
take their family into this situation and really give
Exactly.
themselves, their spouses, their children like a new experience. So I think that's
Mhm.
pretty cool. But speaking about, finding like a business model that works in the Ghana, almost like using Ghana as your starting point for your business strategy and cultivating that model and then moving it into other markets. What strategies do you employ with Dokpam that can help it like remain relevant and competitive? Because in this space there's a lot of brilliance running around Africa overall. So once this app pops, then other people see it, they're going to be like pew 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 running to do something similar. So
You
how
know,
are you going to remain relevant in this space?
this is a very interesting question, and I actually love it. By the way, I even encourage if there's anyone that sees any potential in dog farming and can trying to do something else to bring more services, I would actually say go ahead. But for us through continuous innovation, I think we will stay relevant, and also staying within trends, like make sure that whatever goes out, and then trying to adapt ourselves to make sure that we still adding value. The one other thing that is the most important is to stay connect with the users. And then when I say stay connect with the users, I'm staying connect with the providers and also connect with the users to make sure that whatever, and that's why we have organized, for example, uh, every 3 months we will have a kind of a webinar with the providers to have a kind of a session of brainstorming to understand is what is working good, or what is not working, right? And then also
Mhm.
for the users, we always we want to make sure that we have a space where they can explain or they can give us feedback. So we have that include in the application. So for us, staying relevant is means that you still adding value. You're still adding value to the users. And then when I mean users, I mean providers and also the clients. So in a way to add value, it means that you always have to be open-minded and then keep on listening to what people have to say about what you actually bringing to them.
Yeah. And I have your website here on the screen for people to see. So if they want to contact you, right, and if they
Mhm.
want to become a provider, because I know we spent a lot of time today talking about the receiving end, but there has to be people to give the services. So for
Exactly.
those who are health and wellness practitioners, whether you're in Ghana or even those who are outside of Ghana, so I'm thinking like, therapists, for those who may be better on the telehealth side, um,
Exactly.
people who can do virtual physical therapy sessions, like all of it's so much, right? It's so many
Exactly.
practitioners, but those people could definitely join as a practitioner on this app, because again, it's two facing, it's the clients and it's the healthcare provider. So if you want
Exactly.
to reach out, become a provider on the app, you can definitely go to the website here. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up. Well, I'll do that at the end, but I'll make sure I pull up your website.
While you're doing this, one thing that we love to say that we love to use the term that we have Uberized the healthcare and wellness sector. The reason is to say that you mentioned that you have the provider application and then you also have the client application. So therefore, any provider, anyone that wants to provide their service, they can go to Play Store, Apple Store, and then download the application, which is, if you're a provider, you will see provider. If you're a client, you will see client. So you'll be able to download the application and then subscribe. I would say I would create your profile, and then you'll be able to provide the services.
Okay, so that's good. So depending on where you fall on the spectrum, right now you can go to the Play Store, you can pick up your phone right now, and you can download the app. But make sure that you choose the one that fits um,
Hmm.
where you fall, whether you're on the receiving end or you are a client. So I'll definitely post that in the chat for people
Exactly.
to see. hmm Then, oh, is that you or is that me?
Who's this? Sorry.
The beep. Oh, no problem, no problem. We know you are a busy man. You have a lot of people to interface with. So with that being said, where do you envision the future of Dokpam to be? And what are your like long-term goals for this platform, both in Ghana and beyond Ghana?
So thank you for this opportunity, Anzali, because I think our main goal is to be a reference, right? Like where whenever you think about like getting a good provider or getting a product or getting consultation online, and then making sure that one thing that I didn't mention, but one reason why we have created a dog park is because we thought about people that are living in rural areas
Mhm.
whereby sometimes you want to have a certain type of specialties but you can't, so you have to come to Accra. But now we are thinking about the fact that before you come to Accra or before you go anywhere, you can actually have a consultation, and then if it's really a need, so you can actually come to Accra. But we see ourselves as a reference. We think within the 5 years, we would actually want to hear that whenever someone have in mind to find a provider that can
Mhm.
actually help them, they can actually think about Dokpam. So and we also see ourselves on in other country and on the continent. I mean, once we have make sure that you mentioned it, that Ghana is a template. We can make sure that it's working there, and then people enjoy what we're doing, and then we get all the feedbacks, and then we can enhance what we are doing. So we want to go to South Africa, we want to go to Nigeria, we want to go to Congo. So we wanna be all over in Africa. So that's what you need to keep in mind from this insight. It's we want to be the reference where whenever you think about healthcare and wellness, so you can actually think about Dokpam.
Right, a household name. That's what I just heard you say. A household name in Africa and beyond. And I am 100% certain that that is absolutely something that can happen. It will happen. And what I like about what you're saying is like being a resource. It's very similar to one of the like premises for the diaspora network here with Guba. Like we don't have all the answers, but at least we know somebody who can get you the answer, right?
Yes,
So I mean,
definitely.
that's how it is. It's the each one teach one model. If I know,
Hmm.
I can share with you, and then you can share with someone else. And for this health and wellness space, your mobile app will definitely be able to help people link themselves to the people who do have the information for whatever health or wellness matter that they may be
Exactly.
focusing. I do
Hmm.
want to highlight some people who have shown up in the chat. Like I said, we had some people from London. We had another woman, Renee from Miami. And Renee had a question for you. Also, anybody else, if you have questions about his journey to Ghana, how he got here, also the app Dokpam, you can please drop it in the chat. We will definitely pull them up. So the one that I have here is from Renee out of Miami, and she says, does Ghana or Dokpam offer any kind of home healthcare services or patient education services?
Okay, so let me answer for Dokpam.
Mhm.
The home healthcare services means that you would have like a professional that would go to your home, right? So
Mhm.
right now we do not have that in the application right now, but it's on the roadmap whereby we want to add that. But there's many things that we need to make sure that we can let's say make sure that we can control. For example, when you have someone that will go to your home, how do we make sure that the person that goes to your home will be secure for you? So those things needs to be we need to take that and then make sure that we can answer them before we get into those, because one thing that Dopam is trying to do is to be very secure, because healthcare, I would say, record is very important. So we have created something that is very secure. So any other part that we want to add, we want to make sure that it's also secure as well.
Gotcha. And I think that's a big piece that a lot of people wouldn't think to ask, but it's very critical.
Hmm.
The monitoring of your information. Because we are
Hmm.
in the age of information, but sometimes it's information overload. Sometimes it's an overshare, and sometimes you don't need it. You don't need
Exactly.
somebody else's information. So I like the
Mhm.
fact that you all are working to kind of keep that secure. Renee, when it comes to Ghana and home healthcare services, I have seen it in two instances, and this is probably because of my personal experiences. One was a friend whose mother had had a stroke, and she received like physical therapy options, like almost like a nursing aide that would come into the house, and
Mhm.
therapists that would come
Exactly.
provide those services. Prior to working with Guba, I also was an assistant principal at an international school here, and we service children who had special needs. So some of those children also would receive like at home therapeutic services and things like that. Now, if you're
Hmm.
looking more of services for seniors. Like I know in the US, we have like home healthcare aides, which kind of come in and will help like clean up, make sure they have their medicine, um, all of that type of stuff. I haven't seen that in Ghana, but doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I just haven't seen it. Or it
Hmm.
could be an opportunity for you, Renee, to start up something like that and then make sure that you're registered on the DocPalm app, as a provider so that
Exactly.
people can book their
Exactly.
services through the app. So that would be lovely,
Yeah.
actually. So yeah, I guess the short answer is yes, I've seen it in certain situations, but it definitely could be expanded upon in any given shape or form, however you see fit. So yeah, thank you for that question. That was a really, really good one.
Good one.
Yeah, let me just check to see if there were any others. There may be a few that'll come through as we continue. But yeah, so I just wanted to say I'm super excited about where this is to go. Like I said, it's always good to see people move back into the Ghanaian space, into the African space,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of bring their ideas to life. I think one of our issues in the West is that, um, how do I say this? It's almost like it's a dream killer, like the space kills dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you may have a really great idea. You may have something you've been working on, but the environment has so many roadblocks, you just feel like worn out before you even start. And so I'm excited that you have taken this idea, this concept, and you've brought it into fruition. And Ghana has offered you a space to really like help develop and grow it. So
Exactly.
I definitely appreciate, meeting with you today, even though I've met you before, but first time on the YouTube platform, meeting with you and really having an opportunity to learn more about what you're doing. So
Mm-hmm.
before we kind of head out, because I don't want to keep you too long, I know you have your family and everything. I do want to thank those who have come in, who have been watching. I do want people to know your website one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Dokpam, Dokpam.ca. And it's
Mm-hmm.
CA because he originally came from Canada, y'all. So, we're global around here. The websites don't mean anything. So, if you want to become a provider, once you go on the Google Play Store or your Apple Store, as a matter of fact, right now, everybody watching, whether you feel like you need it or not, at some point you're gonna need some health and wellness. Go right now, download the app on Google Play Store or Apple Store. If you are a provider for healthcare services, right? So, like Renee said, maybe you are a home health aide or you're a therapist, a spa owner, um,
Mm-hmm.
a doctor, a pharmacist, any of those type of things you can download as a provider. And then if you're a person who's just interested in finding resources for health and wellness in the Ghanaian context, you can log on as, what was it, a subscriber? Was that the term for them?
Which one? Sorry. So on the Play Store or Apple Store, you just download the application and then you would be able to create your profile.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
so you create your profile based on um which area you fall into.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
All right, we did have someone just join in, Honorine. Hi, Honorine. She's looking in from the UK.
Wow.
Again, so Apple Play Store or Google Play Store, make your profile on the app. Do it right now. If you're a provider, log on there. Or you could do both. Can't they do both?
Yes, yes. I mean, it's two apps. So it's like for example, if you're a rider and then you decide to be a someone who's taking a ride, yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Even a doctor can be a patient at some point, right?
Yes, true. Definitely true. It's always two sides to a coin.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, everybody in the chat, please let's say thank you to Jean for coming, for letting us know about what he does. For those of you who are a part of the GDN network, I will definitely send out a link for this video if you weren't able to watch today. But just know we're here every first Monday of the month. So don't miss us, and we will send this video out to you so that you can also rewatch it, share it with your family and friends. And if you want to connect with John and you're in the GDN network, we also can do that too. If not, his website is posted here. You can always reach him there, filling in the contact form. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Are there any last words from you today, sir?
I want to say thank you to to Google because since actually started working with you guys, things has been moving for real, and I appreciate it a lot. And then I would recommend anybody who wants to come, from UK or from Canada to do business in Africa or in Ghana, especially to go through you guys. Thank you again. And then, by the way, this is my month because my birthday it's on Mother's Day, which is 11, right? So
Oh,
I'll try to be at your event at Labadi Beach. So
oh,
again, this is very, 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 very exciting. I appreciate the fact that you invited me there so I can explain or give more details about what I do, and especially about Dokpam. So once again, thank you for that.
oh, well, happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday in advance. I didn't know
Thank you.
that, but
Thank you.
that's good
Thank
to
you.
know.
Mm.
And again, it's a pleasure. Like I said, with GDN, it is our job, duty, and mission to make sure that people from the diaspora have a soft landing when they come to Ghana, and whatever dreams and aspirations that they had, wherever they were coming from, we're able to actualize those once they make it to the African continent. So again, I say thank you for sharing what you do. We definitely will continue to spread the love and spread the information about you, your business, and just keeping people up to date. So I'm
Yes.
gonna drop you down and I want to
Thank you
talk to
again.
people right before we close out. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.
All right, y'all. So that was John. He is a member from the GDN network. So I know a lot of you are like, especially if you're new, some of you are already in the membership. So you know what you know because you have experience. But for those who are new, and this is your first time hearing GDN, we are the Gooba Diaspora Network. We help people have a soft transition into Africa. So whether you are a business owner, you are a family man or woman, you are a person like myself. When I came, I was just living my best, young woman life, but you want to be connected. You want to have a community while you're here. Then the GDN network is here for you. I have placed our link in the chat. You'll just copy and paste it, fill in that survey, let us know your interest, let us know what you want to do while you're in Ghana, and we will help facilitate that process for you. As I said, you just met one of our members today, and we'll continue to do this every first Monday of the month. You can check us out here on YouTube. Now, before we go, I have to give a very special shout out. Let me pull them up. Hold on, y'all. Show me some patience. Let me find them. A very special shout out to one of our sponsors for Gooba, and that is Pay Angel. So, Pay Angel is now live in the United States. They have a number of different countries that they service. However, they've just opened up and branched out into the United States. So Pay Angel is a global payment system. Okay, there's no fees, it's fast, it's secure. You can have the best exchange rates when you're moving your money. I know for those of us in the diaspora trying to figure out how to move money back and forth to build our house or to put money in our business account or whatever the case may be, it becomes difficult. So Pay Angel is one of those providers that we work with. They sponsor Gooba, and we work with them. So if you want more information, you can download their app from the Google Play Store or the Apple Play Store. You can also go to www.payangel.com. And if you really want a special something, you can use the Gooba tag, which is Gooba, like it's a promo code. So use Gooba and you'll even get some more discounts. So you'll see you can send from the UK, the US, Canada. I think this is Britain, and there's one more place. And you can send to Ghana. You can send to Nigeria. You can send to Kenya. You can send to South Africa. We have Uganda. We got Ivory Coast. We got a whole bunch of them here. All right. You can send also into Asia. There are two countries in Asia. Tanzania is also on this list. So, again, if you're looking at how you can move your money in a safe and secure way with great exchange rates, then Pay Angel is that provider, and we use them here at Guba all the time. And last but not least, before I let you go, I want to reiterate the events that we have coming up because we want to see more of you all in person. All right, so if you are in Ghana for Mother's Day, we are celebrating all mothers with a picnic at Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, this is not just your regular throw the blanket down, put a little fruit, you know, on the blanket and eat out like that. No, this is a really well planned picnic. They're going to have some entertainment. There'll be some nice dinners, some souvenirs, music. And Labadi Beach Hotel has a very beautiful, serene environment on its own, right? So if you are interested in attending the Mother's Day picnic in the chat right now, I'm going to drop the link for you to register. You can go on Paystack and you can get your ticket today. It is definitely going to be an event that you don't want to miss. And for my mamas who are ready to relax, this is the perfect opportunity. It's 11 to 2 p.m., May 11th. It's 980 Ghana cedis, but this is everything included, so you don't have to worry. Once you arrive, we got you. Okay? And then after Mother's Day, we have Taste of Ghana cooking experience. So I know a lot of us come into Ghana, we don't know how to make the foods, but we love eating them. Well, to help your budget, you need to learn how to cook the food that you like to eat. So we are in partnership with Crescendo Foods, okay? And on May 25th, which is African Union Day, we will be at Crescendo Foods having a cooking class. We're going to learn some really good, nutritious, tasty northern dishes, Eastern dishes, and we also have vegan options. So if you're a person who doesn't eat meat, please, we got you covered. You can still come fellowship and have a good time. And if you want to go ahead and get your ticket for that experience, I'm going to drop that in the chat as well. And we will love to see you all here again next month, the first Monday of the month. We are always here. And thank you again to Jean, who joined us today, and to everybody who joined in from the chat. I think, what do we have? UK, we had the US, and I want to say London. So both London, UK, same thing. Thank you all again for joining us here virtually. Again, we hope to see some of you in the house for some of our in-person events here in Ghana. And until the next first Monday of the month, peace, love, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye, y'all.